It is NBA action on EA Sports. I'm Ed Cohen. Great to be joined by Jay Williams. Should be a terrific game here tonight. From downtown Milwaukee, tonight, it's the hometown Milwaukee Bucks taking on the Miami Heat. The opening tip won by the Bucks as we get going at beautiful new Fiserv Forum in Milwaukee. Bledsoe to Antetokounmpo. May 2018, Jay, the Bucks make the move to Mike Budenholzer roster that's built to win now.
And Coach Bud brings stability to a team that had a lot of question marks around the head coaching position. Jason Kidd gets let go last year. That caused some drama with him and Giannis. You hire Joe Prunty. He comes in. He tries his best. But now when you bring Coach Bud to the table, you bring offensive fluidity, and that's what this team needs.
Bledsoe with the basketball. Down just a couple to Antetokounmpo. Middleton to Antetokounmpo. With the fadeaway. Burns him for the basket.
Old school equals high percentage.
Miami's got it. Screen coming. Brook Lopez with the block. Giannis Antetokounmpo tips it. Calls out of bounds. Last touch by Wesley Matthews. Down to 5 on the 24. And draws the foul.
Ed, the reality is, the important thing a shooter can do is continue to shoot. The defense is always going to give great effort, but it's more of your psyche that goes into the next shot that will limit you on whether you make the shot or not.
Matthews to Antetokounmpo. Lopez to Bledsoe. A drive through the paint, but a shot misses. Giannis Antetokounmpo, 2-of-4 now. Iguodala to bring it up. Looking to make something happen. To Dragic. Spins and scores.
Nasty. You better remember his number and not let that happen again.
Bledsoe with it up top. Down 2. Antetokounmpo. It's no good. Great defense.
Your contest was great because of your proximity to the player. You forced his follow-through to be cut short, which made him short-arm the shot.
Nothing going here on that drive. Dragic. The Bucks at the controls. Knocks it down from mid-range.
2 points. Take them any way you can get them.
Dragic with it. He'll run the offense. He shoots. Oh, off the mark. To Lopez. Middleton to Antetokounmpo. Giannis Antetokounmpo. 3 for 6 now.
When the ball's in his hands, we all knew what was going to happen.
Butler into the front court. They trail by 2. Here comes the screen. Butler goes to the left side. Jay, sometimes it's not just the heat that does opponents in Miami.
I've been a victim to this multiple times when we have played the Heat, and I think other franchises from cold cities have been the same. There's a reason why the Miami Heat have such an advantage down here in South Beach. You catch them on an off night, it's rare that opposing teams are ready to play.
Here comes the screen. Knocked loose. Out of bounds, last touch by the Heat. It'll stay with the Bucks. Substitution being made in this one. Antetokounmpo, open look, no good, no daylight, great defense.
And that's how you close out on a shooter with a sense of urgency. The shooter was more worried about his landing space than he was the shot.
Nothing going here on that drive. Off the penetration, almost, but no good.
It's easy for the offense to get agitated when you keep turning around and the defense is right there in your face. The jawing is only going to escalate.
Nothing going here on that drive. Giannis for two. The shot, almost. Dragic. Off the mark. Milwaukee with the basketball. George Hill to Middleton. Antetokounmpo. Deep two there, won't go. Oh, bad pass, and the Bucks have it. Antetokounmpo to Lopez, and stuffs it home.
We call that get your money and put it in the bank.
Dragic with the basketball. 10-6, our score. To Butler. From the painted area, won't go down. Giannis for two. Giannis! Antetokounmpo. 4 out of 10.
The reality is no one can guard a player at his level one-on-one. The help defense needs to be shown, and he needs to see a series of obstacles instead of just one individual.
Butler to Dragic. Here comes the screen. Dragic to Butler for three. That no good, off the mark. Middleton to Hill. Doesn't have the touch, no good.
You see, this is something that everybody has, but some people choose to use it or not. I'm glad you choose to use effort on getting around those screens.
Driving right to the basket. Butler. A shot, no good by Iguodala.
And it's never a great thing when you're talking to yourself the entire next possession about the shot you just missed. Now you know you're in that player's head mentally.
Brook Lopez, 2 for 2. That's what you want. Eric Spoelstra now going to use a timeout. His guys have come out flat. Slow start in this first quarter. New blood coming in for both sides. Jay, 44 wins for the Heat last year. For the most part, that core is in place once again.
And when I think about the core, Ed, I think about upper management. I think about Pat Riley. I think about Eric Spoelstra. I think about Mickey Arison, the consummate professionals associated with this basketball team. The year before, they did not make the playoffs. So a substantial improvement for a young basketball team.
To Lopez. Trying to cash in. Brook Lopez. 3 for 3. That's a perfect start.
That was a tough shot. The guy was in your pocket. He even contested the shot. Everything was going according to plan until then.
Butler. No good.
Woo! I like that intensity on that play. That's how you actually dig in the dirt and do your job on the defensive end.
DiVincenzo. Here's Lopez. Down low. Turns and slams it down. They have set the tone in this one.
I love when I see offenses come out in beast mode. You attack that paint, you get to the rim, inevitably the floor will open up for you to knock down some threes.
Dragic to Butler. Here comes the screen. Dragic to Butler. Jimmy Butler. First couple didn't go. That one is true. We talk so much about who are the MVP candidates, but there are other guys who are so valuable to their teams, and Jimmy Butler at the forefront of that list.
I have a phrase that I use when I describe players like Jimmy Butler. It's called most valuable mentality. There are certain players that approach the game with a certain mindset every single day that they will do anything possible to win the ball game. He plays with his heart and soul every single possession and every night, and he will leave it on the court if that means he can win the ball game.
Shot clock for the Heat down to 3. Butler. Bucks take down the board. Screen coming. Tough make through traffic.
The pro game has really come down to PNRs. Let's see how the defense adjusts.
Butler to bring it up. Down 12. To Dragic. From long range. And the rebound taken by Lopez. Bucks at the controls. Here comes the screen. DiVincenzo to Korver. Hill to Korver. For 3. That won't go. Butler into the front court. Down a dozen. Knocked loose. Couldn't keep it in. Out off Myers-Leonard. Time to adjust. Both coaches making changes on the floor. DiVincenzo. To Lopez. And that one out of bounds off of Buck. Whoa! What a finish!
The defense is doing such a good job of denying him the ball and really getting in his pocket, but he got that one to go.
I got him.
Deep 3 at the buzzer. That'll do it for the first quarter. The Bucks in control so far. Ed Cohen, Jay Williams with you as we get things started here in the second quarter. Butler to bring it up, trailing by 10. To Dragic. No good to Butler, down low. Nice pass to set things up.
He's been doing this for years. The physicality in which he plays. No one wants to see that. You're going to leave the game with black and blue marks all over your body.
Bucks basketball. Antetokounmpo to DiVincenzo. Surveys the floor. Lopez. To Antetokounmpo. Lets it fly from beyond the arc, and it's Butler who grabs the rebound. Dragic into the front court. Down 8. To Butler. Here comes the screen. Butler. And he's going to the free throw line.
Aggressive play there, but you can't fault the defender for being up in the shooter. You need to contest shots, each and every one of them.
Giannis Haslam at the line for 2 shots. Shoots it at 75% for his career. Can't connect on the first free throw. Oh, he missed them both. Bledsoe with the basketball. It's an 8-point lead. Sets him up, throws it down off the alley-oop pass. Jay, they make it look so easy.
Yeah, but it's really not that easy. And as a passer, if your pass is just a fraction too early or a fraction too late, that throws the whole play off. The timing of this has to be impeccable.
Butler to Dragic. Goran Dragic. Oh, 3 for 8. He's got to do better.
You feel that? I see the confidence building.
Giannis in control of the basketball. His team on top by 8. Bledsoe to Antetokounmpo. Stuffs it down with authority.
It's so amazing when you get a chance to see a player in his own space. It's almost as if the defense doesn't exist. He can go left, he can go right, he can attack. He's playing on that court by himself.
To Butler. Deep right corner. Brook Lopez swats it. Heat recovered. Out of bounds, last touch by the Heat. Looks like both teams are making substitutions. Bucks at the controls. Bledsoe to Antetokounmpo. Lopez to Antetokounmpo. Bam, out of bio. Able to recover with the block.
Don't stare him down like that afterwards.
Dragic with it. They find themselves down 10. Nothing going here on that drive. Jimmy Butler, 4 out of 7.
It looks like he's using his ball handling to feel the game out. I know it looks like he's just playing around out there trying to get the fans going. That is true, but he's also finding his rhythm.
Here comes the screen. Giannis Antetokounmpo. The Heat secure the rebound. Dragic with the basketball. Margins 8. To Butler. Oh, great defense there, forcing the pickup. Dragic to Butler. Fires the 3. Misfires. It's no good. Antetokounmpo to Lopez. Short jumper won't go down.
It's easy. Force guys into low percentage shots. That's the reason why we're big into stats. It was all provided to you before the game in the scouting report.
Screen coming.
Come on, you're right. Come on, you're right.
Butler to Dragic. Lets it fly from long range. That's off the side of the rim, short.
And look, sometimes you don't have it going every single night. Maybe utilize yourself as a decoy and get some teammates involved with your passing.
Butler into the front court. Looking to make something happen. Out of bounds, last touch by the Heat. Some lineup changes now for both clubs. Giannis with it up top. He'll run the offense. Middleton to Antetokounmpo. Bam, Adebayo sends it away.
Just erasing mistakes left and right.
Dragic down for Iguodala. Yes, and the foul. And a chance at 3 coming up.
And I know there's so much excitement about the play, but everybody looks at the player. More people need to pay attention to the guy at the end of the bench, the strength and conditioning coach, because this kid's been putting in the time and effort every day in the weight room.
Andre Iguodala trying to cash in on the three-point play. 71% for his career. Free throw good to finish off the three-point play. It's back to a 5-point game. The Bucks at the controls.
I got ball. I got ball. I got ball.
Antetokounmpo to Bledsoe. Antetokounmpo to Bledsoe. The Bucks with 4 to shoot. Antetokounmpo. Rebounds taken down by Leonard. To Butler. Dragic. From the painted area, won't go down. Giannis in control of the basketball. Up 5. To Bledsoe. To Antetokounmpo. Here's a chance from long range, and the rebound taken by Iguodala. To Butler. Giannis Antetokounmpo pins it.
Ed, that's light work for a guy with his ability.
To Antetokounmpo. Lopez. Out of bounds. Last touch by Eric Bledsoe.
Take care of the ball.
Time to shuffle things up.
For Miami, number 99, Jay Crowder.
It's the Heat with the possession. To Dragic. Probing the defense. Can't connect.
The contest was good, but you being a nuisance was great. Continue to be that gnat that no matter how many times... he sent that one to the third row.
He was locked in. That was impressive. And watch him do the rest. Slam dunk.
And when you get your prescription, you take your medicine and you call it a day.
Giannis with it up top. Up by 3. To Bledsoe. Greek Freak for 2. It's Crowder with the rebound. To Dragic. Down Down the lane, but the shot won't fall. Grabs his own miss and scores. Good concentration. Now the Bucks gonna signal for a timeout as they'll talk things over in a one-point basketball game.
An effort only fully releases its reward after a person refuses to quit. What I like about this team is that they continue to execute. As a coach, we used to talk about it all the time. I would hear it every single day. Execute, execute, execute. But if you can play with energy and execute, that's the formula for success.
Both coaches hitting the reset button. Fresh legs coming onto the floor.
Hey, match up, match up, match up.
Bledsoe to Antetokounmpo. Shot from the lane won't go.
What happened is he didn't balance himself off the defender. He didn't initiate contact. He allowed the contact to initiate him. We could break that down later in the broadcast, but that's why he missed that easy chipping.
To Dragic. Here comes the screen. Dragic. Fires the three. Can't go down. Smothering defense. Bledsoe with it up top. His team up by one. Oh, big finish at the rim. He was ready right at the tip.
What a first half he's having. He came out of the gate, attacked, found ways to get to the rim. Now look how easy the game is coming to him.
Dragic. Big finish at the rim.
I don't think I could do that on a 5-foot rim.
I can, because that's my only choice. Milwaukee with the basketball. Antetokounmpo to Middleton. Sizing up the defense. Lays it up and in.
You see, you can't actually get mesmerized by the ball. You actually have to focus on the dribbler's belly button. I know that may sound cheesy, but trust me, he can't go anywhere without his core.
To Dragic. Short jumper won't fall. Bledsoe with the basketball. Leads three. To Middleton. Bledsoe. Oh, nice find for the basket.
Ooh, he teased me a little bit right there. But see, I like that. That's called a great entertainer. Always leaving me on the edge of my seat.
Here comes the screen. Dragic. Great defense there, forcing the pickup. Dragic. Has a look. Iguodala's shot, no good.
See, the defender did a really good job. He stayed down. He didn't go and bite for all the head fakes. He waited until the last second to contest that shot. Way to know the scouting report.
Converts in the paint. Nice finish at the rim.
Might have had an extra dribble or two there, but he got the shot he wanted.
He'd have the basketball. Screen coming.
Right.
To Dragic. Going to launch beyond the arc. Great defense, forcing the miss. Bledsoe with it up top. His team up by 7. To Antetokounmpo. Has a chance. Unbothered by the defense as he drills it.
I get tired of hearing guys say, I was there, I contested a shot. I pretty much had a hand in his face. Well, no, you have to change up the game. If a guy is right-handed, he is right eye dominant. Get that hand over his right eye, block his vision. That'll enhance his chances of missing the shot.
Mixing things up. Hockey line substitutions. Both teams making changes.
Entering the game for the Miami Heat, number 5.
Finishing inside the paint on that one.
Ooh, cool, calm, and collective. The 3 C's. His handles are effortless.
Bledsoe with the basketball. Lead stands at 7. Antetokounmpo to Middleton. Antetokounmpo to Middleton. Beyond the arc for 3. Good contest. Middleton off the mark.
Just because you're an elite shooter doesn't mean you need to shoot the ball every possession. Maybe give a head fake, crack into the defender, get to the free throw line, see the ball go in the hole.
He'd come up with it. Knocked loose. Bucks have it. Could not throw it down. Just inside the arc. At the buzzer. That's it. First half has come to an end. The Bucks in front.
Thanks, Ed.
The Bucks will start the second half with a decent lead.
And these guys have every reason to feel good about how they scored effectively in that opening half. Great offensive display. These are the guys getting buckets for the Milwaukee Bucks. The Heat are down at halftime and in need of some momentum. They've been scrappy, doing their best to be competitive. We'll see if their efforts are more rewarded in the second half. These are the guys getting buckets for the Miami Heat.
First half stats. Player of the half.
Antetokounmpo is up in the air swatting shots. When he's not doing that, he's down on the floor making steals. Who wouldn't be impressed by a first half like that?
Who was cold?
What can you say about a guy like this? Except that he fits the title of this segment. He was definitely cold in that first half. Here are the top plays from the opening half.
Number 2. Number 1.
Fellas, back to you.
All set to go here in the second half. The third quarter is underway. It's the Heat with the possession. Dragic. a foul. He'll have a chance at a three-point play.
And I love the smile on the face of the offensive player. Sometimes luck is on your side. I don't know how that shot went in, but and one.
Giannis Antetokounmpo at the line for a chance at a three-point play. A career 74% free throw shooter. Free throw, good for Giannis. It's a three-point play as the Bucks add to their lead. Iguodala to bring it up. His guys trail by 10. Now a steal by Milwaukee. Bledsoe. Rebound comes to Miami. Butler to bring it up. Looking to make something happen. Jimmy Butler. With that, he's 5 for 9. Giannis in control of the basketball. His guys lead here early stages, third quarter. Ah, missed it. How'd that not go down? Bam Adebayo sends it away. Another shot stays out. Dragic into the front court. His club staring up at an 8-point deficit. Here comes the screen. Butler from the outside, no good. Cleaning the offensive glass to Middleton. Whoa, Chris Middleton. Consistent effort. He's at 50%.
That's lunch pail business right there. Don't worry about the no call. Keep powering through.
To Dragic. Tough shot and nearly a chance at a three-point play. No foul.
Hey, one of the things I hear all the great teams say in the huddle, they say 1, 2, 3, no mercy. Now it's time for you to go even harder on the defensive end.
Dragic to Butler. Drive from the baseline, but it won't go down.
And you see so many players quit on a play after they were beat the first time, but not him. He stayed on his hip, he fought back, and he made the player miss the shot. That's great defense.
Bledsoe to Antetokounmpo. Yes, Wesley Matthews. Better late than never. That was his first shot, and it goes down.
As my mother would say to the defender, A for effort, F for results.
Brook Lopez snatching it out of the air. That's his third block this evening.
This game is all about playing mind tricks on people. The offense is more worried about getting their shot blocked than they are about actually making the shot.
Nice pass to get things going.
There are certain guys in this league that should be put on alert status 24/7 because either they're posterizing you or that attempt can still be a poster.
A drive by Butler, but his shot won't fall. Bledsoe with it up top. His guys holding the big lead. To Middleton. Matthews. For three, and Wesley Matthews. Zero hesitation from a pure shooter.
This is a game of ways. As a defense, you have to recognize that they come and they go. That will not be the case all the time moving forward.
Shifting gears, here come some substitutions.
Number 16, James Johnson.
Bucks at the controls. Chris Middleton with the slam.
You know, Ed, the effort is what concerns me the most. Effort is replenishable. If you're tired, raise your hand, check yourself out. Get somebody who actually wants to get back in transition and play some defense. That will help your team win the game, not you just staying in the game to be better on offense.
Dragic with it. His guys down big. Here comes the screen. The drive, right to the basket. To Dragic. Can't connect. Defense did its job that time. Giannis with it up top. His guys hold a commanding lead. To Matthews. Antetokounmpo. Nice pace, sets it up, and slams it down.
Ooh, shows like this separate the good players from the great ones. The good players, they have good first halves, and then they fade to black in the second. The great players, they just sustain that kind of dynamic energy throughout the entire ball game.
To Dragic. From long range. He engulfed him that time.
And look, sometimes you don't have it going every single night. Maybe utilize yourself as a decoy and get some teammates involved with your passing.
They'll get it down low to Lopez. Sheer strength to slam it down. He ran right through the gauntlet.
I was expecting the dish there, but way to fake that one and lay that one in.
Dragic with the basketball. Down a bundle. Five to shoot for Miami. Trying to cash in. A shot no good by Iguodala. Bledsoe with the basketball. He'll run the offense. Knocks it down from mid-range.
So deadly. Now look, part of that is God-given talent. But the other part is that ball speed combined with that handle. Oh, that's off the charts. But he always finds a way to slow himself down right before he goes into that shot.
Both coaches dipping into their reserves. Changes coming onto the floor.
Entering the game for the Miami Heat.
Dragic to Butler. Brook Lopez. Huge block. Fourth this contest. Flushes it home. Jay, let's see if that's a sign for him.
Well, he's been pretty much non-existent the first three quarters, but when you have a play like that, that can get the juices going, and that can help you with your offensive rhythm.
George Hill. Small sample size, but making the most of it. He's 1 for 2.
Did you see the way that dribble freed him up? It created so much space. I did, but the defender didn't.
Screen coming. To Butler. Shot clock for the Heat down to 3. Butler for 2. Deep 2 there, won't go.
I love when I see a good contest. You're crowding the player's landing space, which naturally makes him worrisome about turning the ankle on that landing.
Miami with the basketball. Dragic to Butler. Here comes the screen. Nothing going here on that drive. Short jumper off the mark. George Hill to Corver. And the nice finish at the rim.
That's what I'm talking about, Ed. It's that simple. Put the ball in the bucket.
Here comes the screen. Brook Lopez rejects it. Ooh, 5 now.
You know why? I don't see anybody on the defensive end standing up out of position. I see everybody squatted down, really active with their hands. That's the mentality that will lead you to where you want to go.
Nothing going here on that drive. Screen coming. Butler. To Dragic. He was smothered and still gets it to go down.
You normally don't see that, but that's the type of thing that keeps shooters in the league for a long time. Every once in a while, they venture into the paint.
Add 2 points to the board.
No doubt about where that one was headed.
Butler. Here comes the screen. To Butler. 5 to shoot for Miami. Butler, he missed his first 4 from downtown. He finally gets a 3 to go.
I'm going to tell you what every shooter thinks after he misses 4 in a row. One has to go in eventually.
Hill to Adetokunbo. Nothing going here on that drive. Hill, Adebayo the rebound. Miami's got it. Dragic. Screen coming. Shot clock for the Heat down to 3. To Butler. 4-3. Giannis grabs the board.
And you knew this game had a chance to get out of hand pretty quickly because of the communication. When these guys stepped on the court, Ed, they were yapping back and forth to each other. And that kind of communication, that kind of collective responsibility to one another, you feel that on the court. That's why this team is special.
Both teams tweaking their lineups. Here come some changes. Dragic. Shot clock winding down. Dragic. He still can't find his range from deep. It's no good.
And big-time coaching strategy by the staff right there, utilizing their bench, keeping fresh legs on that shooter consistently throughout the course of the game.
Dragic. Yes, and the foul. And a chance at 3 coming up.
The defender was actually in a good position there. They even made a decent play on the ball. But sometimes those bounces go the other way. Still, stay aggressive out there.
Bam Adebayo trying to cash in on the three-point play. For his career, 72%. Free throw good, so they get the three-point play. But it's not much more than a drop in the bucket with the score right where it is. To Antetokounmpo. Off the assist.
This type of game needs to be celebrated. This is the type of culture that is fostered when you play with unselfish players. When you give up a little bit of yourself and you make your teammate look great, that's the difference between winning and losing. So when you see these guys smiling, when you see them giving each other high fives, that's because of the energy that was created from the pass. Pass is one of the most brilliant things we have in this game.
Dragic into the front court. Less than a minute to go in this third quarter. Scores from the post.
Old school equals high percentage.
Giannis in control of the basketball. His guys can get a 2-for-1 if they time this out. To George Hill. George Hill, 2-for-4 now.
This type of game needs to be celebrated. This is the type of culture that is fostered when you play with unselfish players. When you give up a little bit of yourself and you make your teammate look great, that's the difference between winning and losing. So when you see these guys smiling, when you see them giving each other high fives, that's because of the energy that was created from the pass. Pass is one of the most brilliant things we have in this game.
They'll let one fly from half court. That ends the third quarter. The Bucks in command of this one. The Bucks to inbound to start this final quarter. You figured they certainly had the advantage coming into this one. Jay, that's how it's played out.
On paper, this wasn't set up to be much of a contest. If the crowd could have gotten into it early, maybe. But sometimes a team is so good that you never had a chance to even start.
And finishes strong.
And when you get your prescription, you take your medicine and you call it a day.
Bucks basketball. Antetokounmpo. To Hill. No, I missed a short one there. Dragic with it. Looking to make something happen. Butler. Layup goes down. Well done.
This is basketball one-on-one. Play inside out. Give the big man the ball, and the rest of the court will open up. That was an easy lay.
Antetokounmpo. Butler matched up with Connaughton. Shot's no good. You have to like the confidence, but that was a difficult shot. Hill into the front court. His guys holding the big lead. To Butler. Lets it fly from beyond the arc. Message received. Well defended. Antetokounmpo. Dragic to Butler. Giannis Antetokounmpo with a piece.
Blocking so many shots only gives your perimeter that much more confidence to really apply more pressure.
Antetokounmpo. Great pass to set it up. He's going to the free throw line to shoot.
Look, I get it. Being down sucks. But you can't just start haphazardly playing defense and committing silly fouls. Play this game with purpose.
First one, count it. Can't connect on the second, and he splits the pair. Dragic against Connaughton. Oh, bad pass, and the Bucks have it.
Tonight, it may not cost you, but in a playoff game, it will.
Throws it down.
You know, it reminds me, Ed, of a story a legendary coach once told me. He said, if you ever get in a fight, you're not going to hit somebody with an open hand, correct? You'll probably break a finger. But if you hit somebody with a fist, what is that? That's 5 fingers working collectively together as one. That's how you deliver a knockout punch, and that's what we're seeing tonight.
Butler. Rebounds pulled in by the Bucks. Hill across the timeline. His guys hold a commanding lead. Myers Leonard with the block.
Here's one of the biggest secrets as we move into this new age of basketball, especially in the draft room. You have to draft players with size and length. That's the biggest deterrent for any team offensively.
Here comes the screen. Butler. Couple of cracks at the line now.
Okay, now we're on the home stretch, and you got a big lead. Don't let your opponent back in this game by giving up extra possessions.
Myers Leonard, couple of free throws on the way. For his career, 82%. First free throw is good. Goes 2 for 2. Bucks at the controls. Bam Adebayo. Tips it.
That kid can block out the sun, Ed.
5 on the shot clock for Milwaukee. Bledsoe. Eric Bledsoe. It's been a quiet night. Only 3 attempts, but he makes that one stick.
I love the pure confidence on that jumper. He takes that 3 despite the defender being right in front of his face. That's borderline disrespectful.
From the painted area, won't go down. Bledsoe with it up top. He'll run the offense. He's too good to leave that wide open. Defense has to communicate.
Man, if we were at Rucker Park right now, everybody would be wilding on the court. Guarantee it.
Dragic. Five to shoot for Miami. Dragic. Perfect feed to set up the basket.
You know, from a point guard perspective, one of the things that I learned when I played in the league was that the more I was willing to give the ball up, the harder other players were willing to run to their spots. The harder the bigs were running to the rim. The harder the three-point shooters were running to the three-point line because they knew they could be active recipients. And when they caught the ball, they knew exactly what to do with it.
It's the Heat with the possession.
Pick up.
Dragic. Fires the 3. And it's Lopez there for the rebound. To Antetokounmpo. Lopez. To Antetokounmpo. Matthews. Here's Lopez, down low. Cruises inside for 2.
I remember my high school coach said 1 man can't beat 5. Well, I'm telling you right now, he lied. I'm watching it happen in person.
Dragic with the basketball. Down a bundle. Here comes the screen. Shot clock, it's coming down to 4. Now down to 3. And finishes strong.
We call that get your money and put it in the bank.
The Bucks at the controls. Screen coming. Antetokounmpo to Lopez. Count the basket at the rim.
And I love when people are saying, well, he's not an exciting player. I don't need him to be exciting. I need him to be fundamentally sound.
Now the Heat going to use a timeout as they'll make sure they're all on the same page here in the fourth quarter. Coach has seen enough. He wants some changes. New personnel onto the floor. To Dragic. And he drains it.
2 points. Take them any way you can get them.
Milwaukee with the basketball.
Oh, yeah, it's me and you. Me and you.
Antetokounmpo to Matthews. And he's fouled. Very close. Free throws coming up.
Ed and I want to go home too, but fouls like that only stop the clock for all of us.
Oops, he missed the first one. Good bounce back. Hits the second. It's a 1-of-2 trip. Dragic into the front court. His guys down big. Picked up by the Bucks. Leaving no doubt. Slams it down.
And if you're on defense on that last possession, no need to look over to the coach's bench, hold up your arms, wonder what did you do. Everybody got back. Everybody communicated. Everybody pointed. It was just better offense than there was defense.
Deep left corner. Using the post to his advantage there and the finish at the rim. Good luck keeping up with that.
Did you see that jump? It was as quick as a pogo stick.
Antetokounmpo to Lopez. To the rim. Lays it up and in.
This may sound cheesy, but sometimes you just need to sit back, get a tub of popcorn, and just enjoy the show, because that's what you're watching right now.
Dragic. Screen coming. To Dragic. Lets it fly from long range. Smothering D.
And look, sometimes you don't have it going every single night. Maybe utilize yourself as a decoy and get some teammates involved with your passing.
Bledsoe to Antetokounmpo. Here comes the screen. Nice pass to set things up. Eric Bledsoe. He's 3 of 5. 60% shooting from the field.
Well, we got a chance to firsthand watch something be created. I think we just watched an epidemic of passing. I've never seen something like this before. It was so contagious, everybody started to do it, and it ultimately led to the other team's demise.
If that's an epidemic, sign me up. Missed a wide open look.
One of the best kept secrets in the game. Utilizing a head fake. Get the defender in the air. Crack into him. Don't give the refs any excuse not to call foul. I put that one on you. You went up a little bit lazy.
Time for some new personnel into the game.
For the Heat, number 16, James Johnson.
Dragic.
Screen coming left, screen coming left.
Shot clock for the Heat down to 3. Here's a chance from long range. That's off the side of the rim, no good. Bucks at the controls. Antetokounmpo. Eric Bledsoe. He's now 4 for 6.
And attention to detail is everything for a professional scorer like that. Actually getting it done the hard way there.
To Dragic. Knocked loose. Bucks have it.
Let's just let the clock run out. We got to get out of here. I got a dinner to go to.
Bledsoe to Antetokounmpo. Missed it. Not much more you can ask for from the defense there. Knocks it down off the step back.
Clearly not afraid of the spotlight here because that was not an easy look.
Antetokounmpo to Bledsoe. The pass set it all up.
In the paint, you need to finish just like that.
He'd have the basketball. Here comes the screen. Nothing going here on that drive. Dragic. Has a look. Crowder's shot won't fall.
Oh, I see how you're playing this chess match. That's what you keep doing defensively. Keep baiting him and luring him into shooting that jump shot. Exploit him.
To Antetokounmpo. Knocked loose. He'd get control. Giannis Antetokounmpo swats it.
That's why a rim protector is a necessity in this game.
Antetokounmpo to Matthews. Fires the 3. Rebounded by the Heat. Just inside the arc, at the buzzer. Shot at the buzzer does indeed go down, but it only affects the final score. This ball game is over. The Bucks claim victory as they cruise to win a game that was never really in doubt. For Jay Williams and all our crew, I'm Ed Cohen saying so long for now. This has been a presentation of the NBA on EA Sports.
Here we go with the EA Sports post-game wrap-up. The Bucks won this matchup with a significant margin. The scoring display they put on is going to be hard to forget. It's hard to imagine anyone doesn't come away impressed with how effectively they scored their points. Check out the leading scores for the Milwaukee Bucks. The Heat seemed to lose their edge as the game got out of hand.
And it's games like this where veteran players can be so important. They've been through these types of blowouts, and they know what it takes to keep a locker room united.
Here are the guys who put up the most points for the Miami Heat.
Game track. 3-point shooting.
The Milwaukee Bucks were able to stretch the defense because of how effectively they were scoring from long range. The opposition couldn't make the necessary adjustments and now have to settle with a loss.
Player of the game. Who was cold?
This isn't the segment you want to be in, of course, but even the best players find their way into this part of the show.
Here are the top plays.
Number 2. Number 1.
On behalf of Ed Coyne and Jay Williams, this is Jalen Rose signing off.